Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. It's time to grab a cup of joe and enjoy the show. First up, I take you inside of Rhythm and Praise 94.1. This radio station offers gospel, soul, and praise music, plus inspiration throughout the day. They have some cool things happening this week, so I chat with their morning show host, Lady Deshawn Moore. Then it's Wealth Wednesday with Foster Financial, and we continue our discussion about proposed tax changes and how that could affect your financials. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
This segment sponsored by Rhythm and Praise 94.1. I am here at Rhythm and Praise 94.1 radio station, and I'm so thrilled to learn about all they have to offer to our community. In a moment, I'll be joined by their morning show host to see about how they are serving the community and also how you can get involved. Let's do it.
You're listening to Mornings with Lady Moore. I'm Lady Moore. I'm so glad you're hanging out with me on this morning right here on listener-supported, commercial-free Rhythm and Praise 94.1.
Joining me now is the morning show host here at Rhythm and Praise, Miss Lady Moore. Hi.
Hi, how are you,
Good,
Jessica?
how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm happy you're here.
Yes, well, I'm happy to be here.
Yes.
As I told you, I love this station so much.
Thank you.
Like, I listen to it every day on my way to work, on my way to shoots, and back home because it gives me that inspiration that I need throughout the day.
We're so glad about that.
Yes, so it's nice when you can put a voice, or a face rather, with a voice of the radio. So tell us all about Rhythm and Praise.
Well, Rhythm and Praise is a urban gospel radio station. We are the only 24/7 gospel station here in Fort Wayne. Our mission is to communicate God's love and redemptive power through informative media to entertain, encourage, and to motivate.
Yes, I love that. And throughout this journey, you all actually have free, it's like, was it listener supported radio? So no commercials, no advertisements. You really just focus on the music, the word, and the entertainment. So how does that all work?
Yes, well, our station is listener supported, commercial free. We are so blessed to be able to exemplify the ministry of Jesus Christ, to motivate, to use that time to really reach out to the community, because Rhythm and Praise, it really is all about our community and our listeners. So we are supported solely by the community. Taylor University does own the broadcasting rights. However, it is our community that keeps this station going, and we are so grateful for that.
Yes, and throughout the day, you're playing all the jams, all the hits, all of the gospel inspiration. Tell me about the lineup. So I know that you're in the morning, but there's a whole flow of folks throughout the day.
Yes, it is. We love our DJs. We have 4 DJs, starting with me, Mornings with Lady Moore from 6 to 10 a.m. right here, Rhythm and Praise 94.1. Then middays with Jamal Bates, followed by the afternoon show with Mo. And to get your Sunday morning worship going, you know how it is on Sunday morning. We want to get that worship going.
In the car.
In the car, yes, we do, on the way to Sunday school.
Right.
Pastor Jay from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So we are 24/7, but we have our DJs there just bringing you great gospel music, motivation, and keeping you going.
Yeah. And I know a part of keeping you all on and supporting you, the community gets involved so much by giving and by really having an opportunity to partner with you all. And you all have a drive coming up, a listener supported drive. So tell me all about that.
Yes, we are in our spring partnership drive right now. We have 2 partnership drives each year, spring and fall, and we're in it right now. And we are so excited because we get a chance to sow along with the community. So it's not just our community supporting us, but we feel like if God has given us this platform, we sow too. So the DJs in the community come together to keep the station going financially by giving. So it is the community that keeps us going, and we're so grateful for that. So they can come by. We have a come by, swing by, and say hi.
Yeah.
Because we want to meet our community. We want to see the faces of those that are keeping us going.
Right.
It's happening Thursday from 3 to 6 right here at the radio station. We get a chance to say hi. We get a chance to meet our listeners, our children, our teenagers. They love it. They come here. We let them, have a good time on the air, and we continue to sow to meet that goal to keep us on the air.
Yes, and hitting that goal, that's what makes drives so exciting, because you have an opportunity to get involved.
Yeah.
And so the drive is from April 17th through 19th.
Yes.
And so people can come by to the special event. They can also call, right,
Yes.
and give a donation.
Absolutely. On the air, while we're on the air, and all of us are going to be there, they can call to give. They can come by. When they come by, they can give in person and again online, rmp94.1.org.
Okay, great. Yeah, we'll post that website for sure. And then people can actually listen and to your radio station and to all of the shows from their mobile device on the go. It's not just in the car, right?
Absolutely. We are so excited to be able to go with you on vacation in the gym. We have so many listeners that say, you know, Lady Moore, Mo, Jamal, Pastor Jay, we're going on vacation, but we still want to take Rhythm and Praise with us. So they can download our free app, and it's free, Jessica, at RMP 94.1. Just search in your app store. There you have it. Amazon Alexa, and of course in your car at 94.1 and online at rmp94.1.org.
Okay, perfect. And just to really wrap up the drive aspect, I really want to hone in on the importance of giving and what that really looks like. In the sense of how it impacts you all here. So the time that it takes, all of the equipment, this beautiful facility, and really putting out quality content takes a lot of effort and resources are needed. So can you talk about how the giving really impacts the station and then really impacts the community in a greater way?
Yeah, well, we want to be that station, that platform that really motivates and inspires our community. Community is first with our listeners. It's not all about the music. The music is just one aspect of it, but when we have a group of these DJs, they take their time putting shows together. They are praying, asking God what to say, when to say it, because you never know who's listening. We have young people changing the station to 94.1 because they love the inspiration, the music. When their parents tell us that, we're excited. We have people that are homebound. They can't get to church. They can't get to their family, but they listen to Rhythm and Praise, and they call us crying, saying, this inspired me. Oh my gosh, I love this station. And so when we hear stories like that, we know that this station is needed, and that is why it was created, for our community to communicate God's redemptive love, to motivate and keep them going.
Keep them going. I love that so much. And what does it mean to you to have such a voice in this community, to know that people listen to you on their way to work first thing in the morning when they need that opening inspiration? Like I said, I listen to you in the morning and I just love it so much. So what does it mean to you to be able to be the voice of the good gospel?
Jessica, when it hit me, someone had called and they literally were in a bind. And they said that listening to this station gave them the strength for another day. Jessica, I love it because I get a chance to share my own experiences. Many times people see the mountaintop, but they don't get a chance to see the valley experience. So when I can talk about the Lord, talk about where I've come from, my mistakes, my highs and lows. Mo can talk about hers, Jamal, Jonathan, when they can tell their testimonies, but also let people know you can make it. We may be here, you may see us smiling, but we have days just like you, but we are here. That is what it's all about, to tell our stories and to let them know that someone cares. It's always a blessing when we can come into their homes. We're not just in their homes, Jessica. We're in the doctor's office. We're at the hospitals. We're everywhere. And when they call in and say, you know what? You blessed us. You know what? You kept me from doing something that I didn't need to do. You know what? You encouraged me. Those stories brings it all home, and it lets us know we are impacting the community for the glory of God, and that means so much to us, and we love it.
I love that so much. It's accountability, it's motivation, it's inspiration, and it's just a good time.
Amen. Yes, it is. Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Lady Moore, for sharing more about this amazing station and all the work that you all are doing for our community.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you for thank you for having us.
If you'd like more information about Rhythm and Praise 94.1, we'll have their website listed below. And remember, they are having their spring partnership drive taking place from April 17th through 19th. And of course, they're swing by and say hi on April 18th from 3 to 6. We'll be right back. This segment sponsored by Rhythm and Praise 94.1.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
Do you want to know the best places to go to eat and drink around Northeast Indiana? Well, join me, Jessica Williams, for Living Local 15, weekdays at 9 a.m. as I take you inside of the best restaurants, new and old, explore their menu, and of course, mix up some cocktails. Where will I go next? Well, you'll have to watch and see, but I want to know, where do you recommend I go?
Keep up with Jessica Williams on Living Local 15, weekdays at 9.
This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. Welcome to Wealth Wednesday, where we provide you with holistic financial advice from Foster Financial. And joining me today is Caleb Doan, their Vice President. Good morning.
Morning.
How's it going?
It's going pretty well. How are you doing?
Yeah, doing good. Okay, so we have been having this conversation about something that you may be a little scared about, the tax changes that are being proposed. And so we've been discussing it for the last couple of Wealth Wednesdays, but you have some more information to share with us today.
Yeah, definitely. Anytime they talk about tax changes, it gets a little scary, right? So we already know there's tax changes that are expected at the end of 2025, so basically taking place starting in 2026.
Okay.
And that's basically, tax brackets are snapping back up to what they were at prior to 2017. So if you're right now in the 12% tax bracket, you're going to move up to the 15. If you're in the 22, you're going up to the 25. So taxes are getting more expensive.
What? So wait, so this is something that will apply to everyone, not a certain income level. Everyone's taxes will be raised?
So if you're in the 10% tax bracket, which is like $0 to $23,000 or something like that, that's staying the same, but everything else is going up. So it's going to apply to, nearly everybody.
So it's like when these taxes go up in such a dramatic way, because you're saying like 3% and more perhaps, will we see the impact in a different way? Like, will we receive benefits from these taxes going up?
Oh gosh, yeah, we'll see. So the taxes going up, certainly don't really do much to cut into the actual government deficit. We're still going to be operating at a deficit, which is why some people think that, hey, this might not be the only tax increase in our lifetime, right? So it's very feasible to see that, in the future, the only way to reduce the deficit is either spend less money or bring in more money. And the government really likes spending. So in all likelihood, they're going to need to bring in more money, likely by raising taxes.
And I know before you had talked about the credit score and changing for the government.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's true.
So it's like, what is happening? And maybe that where's our money going is more of a question for a politician.
Right.
Where are you going to spend our money? So how does it affect us in investment and in our retirement, these changes?
Yeah. So the biggest thing we think about and what we call this is legislation risk, which is basically the risk that the government could change the rules and all of a sudden it impacts, your retirement funds. So one of the biggest accounts that's affected by this are people's 401ks, which they often roll into a traditional IRA when they retire. Because those accounts are what we call pre-tax, which means they've never been taxed before. So when you do pull money out, that money gets added to your taxable income and you pay taxes on it.
So that means that even if you put money in an IRA and you were in a smaller tax bracket, when you want to get that money out, you have to pay the higher percentage.
Yeah. It's in the year that you pull that money out. And so, you might be right now anticipating, hey, I'm going to be in the, 22% tax bracket when I eventually pull this money out. The government could change the rules by the time that you go to take money out. And so it's possible, they could say, hey, income tax rates are now higher, so you're going to have to pay that higher rate.
That's so fascinating because I know that this conversation, I feel like it's almost flipped. Because I remember a time when putting money in your IRA, it's like, okay, you pay higher taxes when you're younger, or if you have, if you're single and you don't own a home, but then when you get older and you have a family, you get more dependents, you have bigger assets that you can write off in a way, then your tax bracket decreases.
Right.
But now it's like, wait a minute, we may have to do something different.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if you just think to yourself, hey, do I think taxes are going up generally or going down? I
Yeah.
mean, most people are telling you, I think they're going to go up over my lifetime. And there are a lot of people when they retire, their tax bracket drops. But as soon as required minimum distributions start, a lot of times people get kicked into a higher tax bracket. Or, heaven forbid, when a spouse passes away, you're now a single filer, you're typically kicked into a much higher tax bracket. So in the meantime, what we do is we're like, okay, how do we reduce our legislation risk in our portfolios?
Okay.
And one of the biggest ways that we do that is through Roth conversions. Because Roth conversions basically move money from that pre-tax bucket, the IRA, the 401k, into the Roth bucket. When the money's in the Roth bucket, you've already paid taxes on it, and the government has their hands off it. So if you take withdrawals, regardless of what the tax bracket is, you pay no taxes on it.
Yeah. Okay. So let's break that down for a minute. So you have a traditional IRA and you have a Roth IRA. And so can you break down the difference to our viewers?
Yeah, when you contribute to a traditional IRA, you get to write it off on your taxes. So you get a nice little tax break when you contribute, but the deal you make is that whatever you contribute grows in the market, and then when you pull it out, you pay taxes on whatever you pull out. With a Roth, when you put money in, you don't get the tax break initially, but it grows completely tax-free, and when you pull it out, you don't pay a dime in taxes.
Okay, so a little example, let's say that someone has $1,000 and they put $1,000 in their traditional IRA. They do not pay any taxes on it. And then as it grows, let's say it gets to $5,000, they're now having to pay 20% interest on $5,000 as opposed to the $1,000 that they put in.
Right. Yeah. If they're in the 20% tax bracket and they pull that out,
they're having to pay that. But if it's Roth, you're saying they can pay taxes in advance on that money. So if it's $1,000, they have to pay 20%. Was that $200 that they have to pay on that? And then if it grows to $5,000, they keep all of that.
Right.
And they don't have to be taxed. You see? So that's kind of cool to first off know the difference, that you have options, but then kind of weigh out which one is the best one and when's the right time to do it, especially with these changes happening.
Oh yeah. Like 2024 and 2025 are likely going to be some of the biggest years for Roth conversions because we know the taxes that are coming. We know that it's going to increase. So the people that benefit the most from this are people who are probably in their 60s to early 70s, they're retired, and they're in a relatively low tax bracket right now, and they have a lot of pre-tax money, like IRA money. We can look at that and we say, hey, you're in the 12% tax bracket right now. You're never going to be in that again for the rest of your retirement. Let's take advantage of that 12% and convert a lot of money over to Roth at this really discounted rate. And then in the future, we can avoid getting kicked into a higher tax bracket. So there's just a lot of tax benefits, especially for people in that category, but we like to reduce legislation risk regardless of how old you are.
Yes, that is true. And so you foresee seeing a lot of Roth conversions happening. And so correct me if I'm wrong, but you can convert from traditional to Roth, but you cannot convert from Roth to traditional.
So basically you would never want to, right? Because I mean, the money, once it's in that Roth account, it's tax-free. That's kind of the best place for it to be at. So I'm letting it stay in there and grow tax-free and come out completely tax-free.
Okay. The IRAs is bringing back my bank days, my financial days back in the day. So this is all good stuff, good information. So, but people can have a customized strategy. They just need to come in and kind of show you all what they're working with, and then you can guide them.
Yeah, that's exactly
down the right path. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Caleb.
Yeah, thank you.
See you next time.
Yeah.
And if you'd like more information about Foster Financial, you can actually have a complimentary consultation. We'll have their phone number listed below, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Foster Financial.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
Wake up with us on WANE 15's First News every weekday morning.
We'll bring you the local news you need to start your day.
Stay with CBS Mornings at 7 on WANE 15.
We've got the overnight breaking news and in-depth reporting.
And uplifting stories to start your day off right.
Then at 9, watch Living Local 15 with Jessica Williams. Hey, Jessica.
We're talking food, fun, and everything going on in Northeast Indiana.
First News, CBS Mornings.
And then Living Local 15.
A great way to start your day.
Every day.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
Hi, I'm Jessica Williams, host of Living Local 15, covering food, fashion, and everything fun in Northeast Indiana. Watch weekday mornings at 9 as we explore the community and I introduce you to some of my new favorite places. Where will I go next? Well, you'll have to watch and see, but I want to know, where do you recommend I go?
Watch Living Local 15 with Jessica Williams, weekdays at 9 on WANE 15, and catch past episodes on WANE.com.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed the show. And remember, you can always catch up on episodes and segments of Living Local 15 by going to WANE.com, downloading the WANE app, and also checking us out on YouTube. And I'll leave you with this. It's never too late to live your best life, so start living it today. And I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow. Bye.
Go to the Living Local 15 page on WANE.com for recipes from the show, to watch a segment again, and to get information on products and services featured on Living Local 15. Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.